011957, and we request that it be marked as non-appall F, Your Honor.
Mark it accordingly.
That will be all, Mr. President.
No testimonial evidence?
No further questions for this witness, Your Honor.
Counsel for the defense? The gentleman from Iloilo.
Just a suggestion, Mr. President, if it pleases the presiding officer and the members of our court. There were questions on the deposits that were pending and that will be asked of the President of the PS Bank. Before we ask questions on Annex A, just for an orderly presentation so that we don't lose track, can we just finish questions on the deposits, Mr. President? Just a suggestion for an orderly presentation and for us to follow the testimony.
What is your suggestion?
Senator Osmeña requested that he continues to ask questions on the deposits, which this witness has said she is not aware of, and presumably the president of the bank will know. Our suggestion, Mr. President, if it meets the approval of the court, is that we first finish questions related to the deposits before we go on the question of Annex A, which of the subpoena, which are the signature cards, which was the subject of a very lengthy discussion yesterday, just for an orderly presentation.
The question will be propounded to the witness, the Madam Johnson.
Yes, and to the PS Bank President, Mr. Garcia, sir.
Yeah, I think the gentleman from Cebu may do so. First, with respect to the witness, now on the witness stand, Ms. Johnson, and later on to the bank president.
Mr. President, with indulgence, Mr. President.
The gentleman from Taguig.
Gandang hapon, Mr. President. I just have some questions for the witness to follow up the questions of those who spoke before me, but I will not talk about Annex A. Ma'am, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Pakinarate nyo lang po, paano po nangyari dahil sabi nyo, pinadala nyo lahat ng record sa main branch, no? So
Yes,
after
Your Honor.
getting the subpoena, what happened?
After getting the subpoena, I endorsed it to our president
And then,
for proper action.
how
Because
did it lead up to the documents being sent to the main office?
It was requested by our
Yes,
president.
but can you narrate the event?
How?
Binigay po
May I request that we let the witness finish her answer so that it will be recorded. What was the answer of the witness?
It was requested, or if you say ordered by our president, that the documents be brought to the head office for proper safekeeping.
And you complied with that order?
Yes, Your Honor. It was, the documents were personally picked up by the senior officer.
Did you make an inventory of the documents that you forwarded to the head office attention of the president?
I did not personally do it, Your Honor.
But did anyone in your branch did it?
I will have to check on that, Your Honor.
You cannot just send a bunch of papers to the head office without listing what you are sending for your record purposes.
I wasn't personally there when the documents were picked up by the senior officer, Your Honor.
So it was picked up by a messenger from the head office from your branch.
Not a messenger, Your Honor, but a senior officer.
Who was that senior officer?
Our BBG head, Your Honor, our branch banking group head.
What's her name?
It's
his
Ismael
name?
Reyes, Your Honor. Ismael Reyes, Your Honor.
And did he sign for those documents?
Sorry, I am not aware of the receipt.
That's not your procedure?
I'm sure it's in the record, Your Honor. It's in the office.
Because I imagine as a matter of practice,
Yes, oo. There should
documents
be a
passing
transmittal.
from one branch to any branch or to the head office, you have to make a record of what was taken out from your office.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, proceed.
Yes. Can you please backtrack? Basically, the Senate President asked the questions I'd like to ask you. But so you got the subpoena, and then you informed the President. Then how did it lead up to sending the documents there? What happened after you informed the President of the subpoena?
After I informed him of the first subpoena, the documents were prepared, and
No, why was the documents prepared? Did he order you? Pakinarrate mo lang yung paano nangyari yon. Don't leave things out para I don't
I'm
keep
trying
asking
to
the question.
recall
Yeah.
also.
Okay. Go ahead. Whatever you can recall.
yes, upon receipt of the subpoena, actually I received it in the head office. I was there when I received it, and I immediately went to him to personally show it to him, and then he said he offered, "Don't worry, I'll." Something like that, not verbatim, something like, "Don't worry." Parang he offered himself to be the one presenting, Your Honor, or taking the stand.
Then is that where he said? Then how did it lead up to getting the documents? Doon ba niya
That
sinabing
was
kunin?
before pa po. Because I think
So the documents were ordered to be retrieved before the subpoena?
Yes, Your Honor. When I think this impeachment court started to hear.
So even before the subpoena, pinakuha na lahat ng records?
Yes, Your Honor.
So ibig sabihin, yung records na pinadala, hindi mo sure kung lahat yun ay nasa subpoena or meron pang ibang accounts na wala sa subpoena?
Yes, Your
So
Honor.
everything and anything that has to do with CJ Corona's accounts,
Yes.
pinakuha before the subpoena?
Yes, Your Honor.
Meaning your bank was expecting the subpoena?
That I cannot say, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
So can you say whether yung pinadala yung mga documents sa head office, ito yung mga accounts lang na, pesos lang peso accounts na diniscuss na dito, or there are other accounts?
I wouldn't recall, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
So you wouldn't know kung meron o wala. Meron ba kayong yung IMA, SDA, investment management accounts?
We have SDA, but I think it's offered by trust. It's not really in the bank proper, Your Honor.
Yes. And meron din si CJ Corona nito, wala? Because Senator
I think it's
Serge asked
covered
you
by
all
the
of the...
No, Your Honor, because it's already covered by the certification that he has none.
He has none. Okay. Then just a question on your records. Sabi nyo, di ba, may centralized kayo, may computerized yung inyong records, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is the signature cards also, is there a digital copy inside the system?
For current and savings account, yes, Your Honor.
Yes. So meaning yung signature card, kahit wala na sa inyo yung records, it could have been printed out.
I cannot say that,
No,
Your Honor.
halimbawa, may dalang cheque galing from a client, pupunta sa inyo, di ba? Titignan mo sa computer yung kanyang signature at saka yung, di ba? Kasi na-digitalize na, may
For-
digital copy of the signature card, di ba? So, i-compare mo yung signature bago mo i-release yung
Pera.
in-encash, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, since it's there inside the system, and since you can print out from your system katulad ng certification, you can actually print out
Signature.
the signature card.
I couldn't say, Your Honor.
Well, how can you print out other certifications but you cannot print out the...
There's a function there that says
Okay.
print.
But is that digital copy of the signature card only available in your branch or other branches of PS Bank?
For the current and savings, Your Honor, it can only be accessed upon a transaction.
Okay.
That's what I understand.
But sabi ng
of it.
presidente nyo kahapon, una kayo na nationwide in some services. So does that include in the encashment of checks?
Encashment of checks, yes.
And you do know that there is a print screen function in all computers. No? So as long as it's in the screen, kahit meron kang security measure not to print out the document itself, you can print out the screen.
I guess so,
Yes.
Your Honor.
And last question dun sa pinag-aanuhan natin na dokumento, no? Yung ba one time lang fini-fill up o yung ilalim nun na may mga accounts, running form yon? Meaning kung may bagong account, dagdag ka ng dagdag doon. Is it like a doctor's record that every time you visit, dadagdagan dun sa ilalim? Or is it a one-time record, then you have a new record? That's my only question there, then I'll yield to Senator Osmeña.
What I know, Your Honor, is that upon initial account opening, the client fills it up. Regarding the subsequent account openings, I'm not really very familiar because I'm more on the marketing. But the operational side, it's the
So who would
branch
be
service
familiar
and
with that?
service
Who would
and
be
control
familiar with
officer.
that?
The branch service and control
Isn't that
officer.
most relevant? Kasi sabi nyo may mga
But
nandun sa...
as far as I know, we're not really required to write it down.
What I'm saying is that sinabi nyo kasi kahapon, meron na sa original na wala dito sa hawak natin dito sa court. Meron na sa court na wala sa original. But if it's a running form, it depends at what time mo tinignan ng form, which form, nasaan yung form, di ba? That's why if you're not familiar with that would be very relevant to the discussion of whether or not yung entries na dagdagan. But anyway, I promise not to ask questions